Good morning once again, world of the internet. It is a bright and beautiful Friday morning. I'm just off in the Hilux to go get it cleaned. Be the first clean it's had. Not done much with the vehicle since I got it. I've just been having a general poke about it, as I said, just to kind of find out the good bits and the bad bits. And so far all good. There's a few more dents and scratches than I thought when I kind of looked around it when I bought it. All within reason, all fixable. I can do exactly what I want with it still. Other than that, equipment wise, there's a few more bits on it than I thought. This TV system that I mentioned with the headrest and all that, I've figured those out. There's a radio tuner that sends the sound to the radio, which works, but you get that little bit of whistle that you get, interference from the engine sound, so it's not ideal. So I do need to update that, I think, and hardwire it in. I also found a rear-mounted camera around the number plate area, which is quite cool. I can't for the life of me find out how actually to watch the image that it's transmitted. I played around for about 20 minutes yesterday and I cannot get that camera on for love nor money either, so I think I'm going to just take the car up to the stereo shop and let them tear through it and see exactly what all the switches and buttons and wires do, and let them figure it out, and if it can be adjusted to be a better fit install wise, then I'll do that. Somebody told me yesterday while I was driving that I didn't have a rear number plate, which I thought was odd because I had a rear number plate, but it turns out it fell off while I was driving it yesterday, so I don't know how long that's been on there, if it was just by chance it fell off and I've picked it up, or if it was just stuck on with some sellotape. I have no idea, but I've been and bought a new rear number plate, and I'm going to fit that later on today. And that's about it really. I've been looking at a couple of bits to buy off eBay. The rear bumper's got a dent in it that's a bit past it. They're only 120 quid for a replacement aftermarket one, so I'll just get one of those. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go wash it. So the place I'm getting the car washed, this actually used to be my first ever business. I set this up as a car valeting company, Jesus, about 18 years ago. Ran it for about 3 years before I decided to take myself off to flight school and do the flight training. And it's still going, 18 years later, cool. I made a bit of money. I actually developed it from a car valeting company into car sales. This whole yard was full of, well, mainly full of used cars, and we did our own valeting on site in the end. And instead of a few main dealers as well to kind of pay the wages of the boys. But yeah, it's nice to see it's still going. Cool, one wash truck. I do like doing it myself normally, but it's the first wash of it, so I thought just let someone else do it. It's a big thing, knock all the crap off it, and I'm going to go home now, just do a little bit of polishing and just a bit of looking around. I'm not going to polish it too nuts because it's going to the paint shop. You can't paint it once it's had polish on, but there's a few bits I can touch up and just have a look at, see how well the main body comes up, because otherwise it might end up being a full respray on the whole truck. Alright, I'll show you these bits and pieces. The camera, you can see it is just mounted there. I did just try it in reverse. I thought maybe I had to select reverse to activate the camera on one of the settings, but again it doesn't seem to work there, so I am quite literally scratching my head. Now the bits and pieces I'm talking about, you probably can't see in the light. You can probably just see there that you can see the like scuff mark. I'm just going to see if we can polish stuff like that out. Beat this stuff, so give it a quick go, see what happens. That has gone, 100% that has gone. Let me show you this. That's where it was. Look at that. It's amazing what a little bit of T-cut, a little bit of velvet grease can do. You can't see on the camera, but the difference in those two doors now, it's night and day. Absolute night and day difference. Cool, I'm pleased with that. Downside is it's quite a bit of velvet grease, I'll be honest, to do that, and it's a big car, so it's going to take me quite a bit of time, but one panel at a time, I guess. Alright, it is much later in the day. What have I done? I've done the polishing. The bodywork is, I'd say it's worse than I expected, but at the same time it doesn't really matter that it's worse than expected. It's probably as I expected. Some of the panels that I knew I didn't, so that I was going to paint. Cool. a little bit worse, but I'm painting them anyway, so it really makes no difference, you know. Once the painters are on it, they're on it. What I need to do now is fit the number plate on the back. There's 2 screws holes already drilled, which they're a bit rusty, so I'll probably do WD-40 in there, see if I've got some screws to fit, and hopefully they'll go in. Because otherwise there's a big metal plate behind kind of the plastic bumper, so if it doesn't go through those bits, I've got to drill through the plastic and through the metal, which is just a pain in the arse. Typically I've left all my drill bits at the house, so I'm having to use kind of a concoction of bits and pieces, but I'm sure it'll work. Fuck it, that is what you call amateur hour. I normally have all the right tools for doing this job, but clearly I didn't say. But anyway, it's fastened on, it's staying on. It's only going to be on for a week or two anyway, because I'm putting private plates on there. So yeah, give me a big thumbs down for that attempt. That was Jesus. Should even put that online. I'm embarrassed by that, but it's on. Fine. Fuck it. Back at the petrol station, we have done 66 miles, so fuel test. There is a puller on the dash that I keep forgetting. I say keep forgetting, it's only the 3rd time I've used it, so... So if you're taking bets round town, I'm going to go with 20 to the gallon, 66 miles, I'd say 3.5 gallons, £6 a gallon, 6 for 18, 22 quid, let's see. That was 22.6 to the gallon, which I don't think is that bad really. I mean, the size of the thing, and you know, all I've done is round town. I live in a very hilly city. Sheffield, if you know it, is just up and down all the time. So 22.5 is not bad. I reckon on the motorway there I'm going to see probably low 30s, which again, for the size of the thing, not as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be horrendous, so happy with that. Next job, back to the house now. I've picked up a bit of food for dinner for the family later. But at 5 o'clock, which is just coming up an hour's time, the guy should be coming to take the canopy off the back. I saw it on eBay and he's coming around to pick it up at 5, so I'm looking forward to getting that ripped off and having it looking like a proper pickup truck. Much happy with that. It needs a good clean on the back because it's been on, I guess, for years, and there's all kinds of mildew and crap. Just you see on the top bit there, but cool, happy with that. I forgot what I got on this board for now. Who cares? Let's go for a ride. Oh, they're not. Electrical tape. Need some brown and black electrical tape. Any excuse to get on the board though, right? Don't really need much more of an excuse. So I'm really happy with the look of it. I think it looks so much better with the bed off the back. As I said, it's quite a bit of crap to clean up. I'm going to try and do that this evening. I've got a bit of spare time now. I've got to cover up some of the wires. God, it's windy. I hope you can hear me. Some of the wires from the bed that were linked into the wiring loom on the truck. I need to get some electrical tape just to clean those up. What else? Oh, the top of the bed as well. That's going to need some kind of protective, I don't know, like a protective plastic kind of lip to it. Try not to crash into traffic. Yeah, there's a few holes that were drilled for the clamps going through, and it's obviously, you know, when you're leaning on it and stuff, it's going to scratch up, so I want to get a bit of a protection on the top of there. But yeah, truck's coming together. This is, you know, kind of the look I want, minus the roll bar and the spot lamps. The shop's at the end of the street. I'm just going the long way around because I'm on a booster board and it's just way too much fun. I think I'm freaking people out on cars. It's rush hour. Everyone's coming home and they don't expect to come around the corner and see me on this. But it's all working out wonderful. Right, anyway, I'm going to shut this off, go get the stuff from the shop, clean up the back of the bed, and that will be me done for the day for this video. Alright guys, that is me done for the day. I'm going to sign off. Cleaned all the back of the bed up, I have cleaned all the windows to give it a vac out, and I'm just off in my pickup truck to do my first pickup using the pickup bed, which is awesome. So yeah, just have to load some stuff in the back, make use of my truck properly, and then that'll be me done for the night. So have a good one, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye. That's not overkill, right? Getting up the whole truck for fish and chips, is it?